Hey guys, it's Melissa with Sunday Chats with Melissa, and happy Thursday. Well, if you're watching on the day that I filmed it and uploaded it, it's Thursday, and it's also Easter week. So, happy spring. Today's video is going to be all about using some stuff that we already have, and I did a little shift in my makeup collection, some storage shifting, because I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I am a Too Faced fan. I buy every eyeshadow palette that they come out with. Oftentimes I'll pick up the other things that go along with them, sometimes not, but I usually pick up all of their palettes. And so I have a ton of them, but I also have a ton of drugstore stuff too. And so I separated them. Not just because they were drugstore and high-end, but because I just felt like that this box that I'm using that's right here behind me, kind of those cardboard boxes that you can get from like a Michael's or a craft store, I just felt like the larger drugstore palettes, they're mostly my Profusion palettes. I mean, I probably have a good 8 or 9 of them. They're just bigger, and so they fit nicely in there, along with like my Makeup Revolution and my ColourPop. So there was enough for the big Profusion and then those small drugstore ones. And then all of my regular high-end stuff is in my drawer so I can see it. And so when I was doing all of that, I was looking at some of the palettes that I hadn't used. And I did play around with this one, but up until today I didn't. And the funny thing was, this is the Too Faced, it's called Beauty Daydreamer, and it has a bunny rabbit on it, and I feel certain that I bought it last spring, but every one of the colors in here has to do with winter and Christmas. They're really pretty. They're really pretty. So that is the palette I'm going to use today, and I'm going to do a full face of Too Faced. The only thing that I don't have is I don't have an eyeliner of Too Faced, and I don't have a powder, like a setting powder. Everything else I have. So I'm going to use the Boots number 7 powder for setting today, and then I'm going to use my Urban Decay 24/7 liner in Perversion to line the inner rims of my eyes. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, well, keep watching because we're going to get started right now. Okay, so I have already moisturized my face with CeraVe, and I've also put on this IT anti-aging armor, and it has a 50 SPF. It has a tiny bit of color to it, so for days like today and the past month and the month to come, you could probably just put this on and have some, I mean, I have it on now. I have a tiny bit of redness showing through, but I think it's fine for these sitting at home days. And it has a 50 SPF, and I don't know exactly how stacking your SPF works, but my CeraVe also has an SPF, and it has a 30. So that's a 30, and then that is a 50. So I have those two on because I will be going outside to exercise and stuff like that. So, but yes, so those are the only things that I'm using that are not it. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to use the Hangover RX primer, which I've actually already put down. So this one is a replenishing face primer, and it has coconut water and probiotic based ingredients, and it smells delicious. It says, "We love your skin even when you don't." So I've already put this down. It's the Hangover RX. I also have the cleanser in this, and it smells so good. It smells so good. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Shadow Insurance. It's the 24-hour anti-crease eyeshadow primer. I'm going to use this on my lids so that I can lock in this look, because I actually want to lay down some glitter, a little bit of sparkle today to kind of just sparkle up my day. And I want to make sure it stays. I want to be able to look at this after I'm cooking dinner for myself and eating it by myself and then cleaning up on myself. I want to be able to know that my eyes are still looking cute. Just being honest. Okay. I'm going to use the eyeshadow first, just because since there is some sparkle, I want, if there's any fallout or anything, I want to be able to like clean that up before we go on to our complexion. So I'm going to start with this color here called Chill Pill, and I'm going to use that as my my crease color. So I'm going to lay that down first. So I have my set of Mr. Perfect Too Faced brushes. Ooh. And I find they really are all you need when you're looking for a really nice brush set. So I'm going to go in with the, this one is called the Large Shader. I'm going to go in with that. And I'm going to use my handheld so that I can, actually let me use this mirror. I think it's so pretty and it's nice and long. So I'm just going to lay this down in the shadow, in the crease, just kind of as a way to blend the sparkle up to the highlight. And I have a relatively large area, eyelid area, where a lot of the girls that I watch on YouTube have kind of this small area here. This brush fits perfectly as my crease color because it brings it up a little bit higher for me. Because for me, if I don't bring this up a little bit higher, I have this large blank area here that just needs something like color. So okay, I'm going to use what's left on the brush and just bring it down on the lid on both sides. There. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with You Wish, which is a little tiny bit darker here. I'm going to go in with that just on the corner using the same brush. Just to give it a little bit of definition, but not a ton. I want this to be a really soft kind of sparkly look. We can add our mascara and some liner underneath to kind of bring a little bit of boldness out, but I don't want it to be like an all glam look. I just want to have a little tiny bit of sparkle. So, okay. All right. Let me change brushes, and actually I'm going to go in with my fingers. So I'm going to use this Star on Top, which is this beautiful shade here. I'm going to use my, well, you can see it better. I'm going to use my fingertips, and I'm just going to add that to the inside up to the crease. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And I only want to go like a third of the way, but if you go a little bit over, it's fine. All right, and then I'm going to use another finger, and I'm going to go into Baby It's Cold, which is this kind of blue color here, right in the center. And I'm going to do that on both eyes. Really putting these sparkles down with your finger gives you a lot of control, and it's really the way that Too Faced suggests that you put down their glitters, especially in this and the Tutti Frutti ones. They do suggest that you lay it down with your fingers. Okay, so I'm going to go back into Star on Top and add that to the outer edge, just to kind of bring the whole lid together. And then I'm going to pick up my shader, and I'm going to go back into Chill Pill, which was the crease color, and I'm just going to go in and blend it all so that the sparkle is on the crease and not up higher. Oh, I went over it a tiny bit too much. So let me go back and add it here. I just didn't want it creeping up. I don't mind having a little bit of it up there, but I just didn't want it all up there. I mostly wanted this to be like when I open my eyes is when you see it most. So that you could wear this kind of as a daytime look. Okay. See, you just barely see when my eyes are open. You can just kind of see that little bit of sparkle there. Alrighty. Now I'm going to use my, hold on. I want to bring some of the star on top, which was the sparkle color that I use. I want to bring some of that down towards the inside to kind of bring some lift there. And then I'm going to use my shader. And I'm going to go in with Chill Pill, which was the color that we did in the crease. And I'm going to bring that down and use it as a liner. There we go. There we go. And then I'm going to go in with You Wish, which is a little bit of the darker that we used on the outside, and kind of just contour under there a little bit. Because I'm not going to use the liner on my rims on the bottom. I'm only going to line the top. So let me get just a little brush here, and I'm just going to a little bit of fallout. I just want to clean that up under there. Okay, so I have that cleaned up. And I'm going to line my upper rims with my Urban Decay Perversion. And if that is not comfortable for you, or if that's not a look that you like, by all means, you can line the real close to your lids. But what I really wanted was kind of just for my lash line to have this kind of dark look, and for the rest of it to just kind of have this kind of soft sparkle with this transition. Okay, I'm going to go into Let It Snow, which is the light color here in the top. And I just want to go under my eyebrows just to kind of bring the color up a little bit and then bring it down. And I like to kind of meet them with the sparkle here just to kind of open everything up. Okay, I feel like I need a little bit more lining under the bottom lashes. So let me just go back in with the You Wish and just kind of darken that up a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to bring my shader color back and just kind of make sure it blends and meets the edges there, like that. Okay. Alright, so I have a little bit of eyeliner here. So I'm just going to touch that up with my Purity Made Simple cloth. And just kind of clean that up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I think that's really pretty. And then I think I will line the top of my lashes with the Perversion, just as close as I can. Oh, that needs to be sharpened. just as close as I can to the lash line. I just don't want it to get lost there. I just don't want my eyes to get lost in this look, you know. All right, and then I'm going to use the Better Than Sex mascara, which I really like. Comment down below whether or not you use this mascara, or if you use anything of Too Faced, and what is your go-to of Too Faced? Like, do you always buy this mascara? Do you always buy their Born to Run products? What's your favorite thing? Do you just like it all? Like me? I like so many of their products. I was really kind of surprised. When I was cleaning everything out and kind of organizing everything by brand, I only have one Tarte kit, and I just got that. Oh, I don't know why I've never gotten any of Tarte's eye palettes. I don't have any of them. I have almost all of the ones that I can remember being released within the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I feel like I have all of those, and no Tarte whatsoever. Oh, it was so strange. And I like Tarte stuff. I love my Shape Tape. I love the foundation. I love the primer. I like all of it. What do you find yourself buying the most of? What do you find, like, when something is released, what company do you go, okay, I'm on whatever they are releasing, whatever they're dropping it, I'm on it. Mine is always this and Urban Decay. Those are my two. Yeah. Alright, and then I'll do a couple little swishes on the bottom lashes. And that's it. I think this mascara is so good. This is, I think it's in black. Lordy, let me get my readers on. I'm pretty sure it's, I don't know if they have another color. Let's see. Doesn't say. I think it might only be in black. So it's a great, it has a cult following, I have to say. A lot of people use it. Okay, so we've already put down our primers, and so I'm going to go in with the Do You Too Faced Full Coverage Foundation. This color for me is Nude. So I'm just going to put a couple pumps of that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use my Mr. Perfect foundation brush and just apply that all over. I had done a test because I had read or watched a YouTube video or something that they were saying that if you had mature skin, should you use a brush to apply your foundation, because a brush can be an exfoliator. And which made sense because I use the oh shoot, what's the thing for the shower? Sonicare. The Sonicare, right? There's a Mia and the regular one. I think that's what it's called. But it's the face cleaner that has the brush. And I have different heads for it, but it's an exfoliator nonetheless. I mean, I was using it every day, I think, and somebody at Ulta was like, no, that's too much exfoliation. You shouldn't be using that every day. I was like, really? I love this foundation. I think it gives a beautiful full coverage, and it's moisturizing, and it smells good. It smells like watermelon. It smells so good. Yeah, I love this foundation. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to pick up my Born This Way highlighting palette. This is the Turn Off the Light in Light. I think it's really pretty. It has several highlighters and like a soft focus kind of all over, but it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but I'm not going anywhere today. Let me just put on this soft focus all over and see how that looks. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I will. So it's what's in the center here. This is the soft focus. And I'm just going to set this. I really don't see a sheen. I don't see a sheen. I think it looks pretty soft, just like it says. Okay. All right, and then there's a glow and a dazzle in there that you can use for highlighters. I'm going to go in with this bronzer that is in this Daydreamer set here. It's called Christmas Vacation. I must have just bought this off season, because I can't imagine why it would have a bunny on it. And something else that I saw, speaking of hopping around, there was a tip that I watched on another video where they were saying to put your bronzer this way instead of down, because then it lifted. It gave your face a lift instead of bringing it down this way. I was like, that is genius. So I'm going to bring it up in my hairline and down here and then a little bit there. But do you notice a difference with it being this way instead of all the way down? I think it's cute. All right, and then they also suggested that you put your blush on. This was like a viewer tip. I was watching Allie Glines, and the little girl, she had darling little girls on there. You know, they were teenagers, but they were darling. I'm going in with this Resting Wish Face blush, but she said she does her blush and then she does it up there, just because it kind of just made you look flushed all the way up there. And I thought that was such a good idea. I thought it was such a good idea. Isn't it cute? Okay. And then I'm going to use my most favorite highlighter ever. It is the Diamond Fire. It's just gorgeous. There just is no better highlighter than this. So I'm going to use it just right there on top of that blush swoosh. And I'm just going to put a little bit here and there. And actually, I'm going to brush it just right over top of there. I love that. Okay. All right, and then for my lips, I had so many to choose from. I had so many lip glosses that came with like different kits that I had, but I'm going to use the one that came with this bunny kit, and it's called Bunny Kisses. That's the name of it. And it came with this little set that I had. And it also came with several other things, because I got a little makeup case to go along with it. This was part of the kit. But I really love their lip glosses. They're very pigmented. You don't need anything else underneath it. I think I only have one Too Faced lipstick. And I had it out because it's my favorite. And I wanted to show you guys in case you didn't have it or hadn't seen it. Oh, here it is. Okay. It's... Hold on, I'm gonna put it, well, I don't know if I can put it on over top of this, but let me put this down. This is Bunny Kisses. Isn't that pretty? I think it's so pretty. All right, and then I'm going to come in with this soft focus again and just kind of set everything that I did with a brush. And then I'm going to come in with the Do You that also smells like watermelon. And the mist on that is a little sketchy. Maybe that's why it was in my drawer and not in my my setting. So then I'm going to take my Eco Tools sponge and I'm just going to set it all after the setting spray. But this is what I wanted to show you that I love so much about Too Faced. This lipstick is called Unicorn Kisses. Unicorn Tears. And it's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to take this off so y'all can see. And I think it's so pretty for spring. I had I had used some Smashbox Nourishing Lip Oil prior to, and that's really nice. If you haven't tried that, it's really, really nice. Okay, so look at this. Come on, how cute is that? How cute is that? Can you see? It's called Unicorn Tears. And then I got this. It's their melted latex. I have another one of these in another color. I'll have to find it. But it's this, almost it goes with this. And so I'm going to lay that down. And this is also Unicorn Tears. So these are the two that I got together. And I love it. I love it so much. I think it's really cute. I think it's really cute. And you would think it'd be really dark, dark blue, but I think it's beautiful. So, okay, let's talk about what we've done. So I use the Do You Full Coverage Foundation in Nude. I use my Mr. Perfect brush. I use the, I put it away, I use the Hangover RX primer underneath. Then I went in with the Turn Up the Light and used a soft focus to set it. For my eyes, I use the Beauty Daydreamer palette. I use the Better Than Sex mascara, which I love so much. And then I use the Bunny Kisses that came with this set on my lips. And then I wipe that off and use the Unicorn Tears, which I love so much. I used the blush and the bronzer that were in the Daydreamer, and then I went in with the Diamond Fire highlighter there, and I also used the blush that was in there. So anyway, it's a full face of Too Faced. I really, really like it. I have forgotten just how fun it was to get in my makeup and just play. I mean, I think when I'm working, with working 2 jobs, and I get up at the very last minute that I have to. And so there's not a lot of room for playing. And I'm wondering if I should maybe like every week, like set out a new like little kit, like set out something new, so I don't just do the same thing like every day. I'm just wondering. You know, maybe pick out a couple of lipsticks, you know, because I'll just kind of grab the first thing that I see. So I'm just wondering if, you know, in this coming out better than I went in and using things that I already have, because let's face it, once we come out of this, it's not like we're going to be able to jump into shopping and doing things like we used to. I mean, this pandemic is going to be far-reaching. It's going to be far-reaching. So I think utilizing what we already have and maybe making a plan with some things. And is there more things that you need to go through? Because I'm looking at my shoe rack back there, and I'm looking at some of those shoes, and I'm thinking, I'm never going to wear those. I just need to get rid of them so I don't have so many choices. Because I'm always gravitating towards the same things. So maybe we should do that. Maybe we should take a day. One day for each thing. Like I have 3 racks. I have 2 racks of shirts in here and a rack of sweaters. Maybe I should take like 1 rack a day and go through it and go, what do I always swish by and go, what haven't I worn? Like in a year, right? And they say if you haven't worn it in a year, I'm wondering if I shouldn't do that. I've done that with my makeup. I got rid of some stuff and I've separated it. But I still think that laying out a kit for the week would be a really fun idea. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Okay. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend. It's Thursday. I know for a lot of us, we're home, so the weekend is the weekend, but I'm still trying to recognize that Friday is Friday. You know, whether I order a pizza or whether I go out and do some pickup or something like that, I want to make sure that my days just don't run in together like that. You know, I don't have to work on Saturday, Sunday. I don't have to check my email. I don't have to do, any of those things. And so I'm still trying to recognize Saturday as Saturday, which I love to watch the Food Network. And then on Sundays, I like to watch a church service if I can. I love Hope City Online. I think he's great. Jeremy Foster is his name, and he's great. So I like to recognize that the weekend still is the weekend. So anyway, guys, I hope this finds you well. I hope that you've had an awesome week and have some plans for the weekend, whatever they are. So until we talk again and until we see each other again, thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, you could subscribe down below by hitting the subscribe button. And then if you'd like to know when I upload videos, which is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays for my Sunday chats, you can ring the bell. If you're here and you're already part of the family, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. All right, guys, take care.